How you doing, Ophiuchus? Welcome to Ophiuchus and me, guys. I appreciate you for stopping by here with me today to see what's good, to see what's going on here. It is Tuesday and it's May 12th, 2:27 p.m. and it's time for a reading. Hope you guys are all well out there, having a good day or evening whenever you catch this. And I appreciate every single last one of you guys, old and new. Hope you stay, hope you enjoy the reading. So, guys, if you are new here, I do Oracle, I do index cards, and I do 3 decks of tarot. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to get this Oracle deck over here and give us a card. Maybe 1 quick second, guys. All right, guys. So, it's the Oracle. Happiness flew out. I think everyone wants that, right? So, I'm gonna get to a place of happiness, pure bliss, joy, harmony. Work is required for sure. Everywhere we go, every day we live. Right. Embracing. That's at the bottom. That's our energy at the bottom. I'm gonna start keeping that card out also to kind of and intermingle it, or there's another word that I'm looking for, but I can't find it right now. Intersect it into, merge it into. Still not the word I'm looking for. But however, purity. And here at the bottom, interesting. We have here healing the chaos. Okay. Well. How do we I was gonna say, how do we kill the chaos? How do we heal the chaos? Kill the noise, kill the drama, heal overall with the pure heart, okay? With purity, with truth, with honesty, you know, embracing a more pure way of doing things is how we kill and heal the chaos. All right. So here we have here embracing, and it says here floodplains. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to the far banks of the surrounding land during times of high water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand, and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility, as well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. It is a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. Okay. In which, in, in reality, you know, there is enough for everyone to thrive and to be happy, right? But it's been set up in such a way where everyone wasn't able to benefit from the lushness of the lands. So, however the case, the sacred landscape wants you to know sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be a great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished, and as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. Embrace all your emotions. When you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. And then here, purity. Before the first snow, the earth is dark and cold. Fallen trees from autumn storms lay haphazardly atop the decaying leaves that cover the forest floor. However, when the first snow arrives, the darkness and decomposing soil are replaced by a purity that is light and bright. In the sunshine, the individual snowflakes atop the snowdrifts sparkle with crystalline light. Harsh sounds are muffled. Sharp corners and rugged edges are muted. Everything feels fresh and new. Debris seemingly disappears beneath the pristine white landscape. Softly falling snow illuminates the environment in a diffusion of swirling forms. At night, in the light of the full moon, the first snow is glowing and serenely silent, turning everything into an enchanted fairy tale realm. In some mystical traditions, descending snow symbolizes the transition of knowledge from a higher plane, the heavens, to the lower planes, the earth, thus bringing purity to the earth. It says here the sacred landscape wants you to know no matter what has happened in the past, everything can be fresh and new again. The purity of your soul is shining through everything that you encounter. You are entering into a period of grace. Simply open your heart and know that the best is yet to be. The past does not need to equal the future. Your future can be and will be shimmering, sparkling, and bright. Old limiting patterns are dropping away. Reoccurring challenges are releasing. This is a time of redemption, forgiveness, and holy healing. And that's exactly what it is. Um, Healing the chaos, storms are happening everywhere in the heavens, which plays down here on the earth. The sun releasing sun flares, coronal mass ejections larger than life itself. And they don't talk about these types of things on the news, but uh, it's something that's going on right now, causing all types of weather and technical difficulties and disruptions, shaking things up in different areas of spaces and things. Um, which will, it clears out, it does things, it causes floods, and, it restores, it renews, all types of different things happen when storms comes, some people get hurt also, and it's very funny because the first thing that came to my mind, you saw there was that tornado. Um, and there was some that had whipped through a certain like sundown town in the south. And it's just like, well, God doesn't make any mistakes. And that's what time it really is right now. A lot of people don't want to talk about it or believe it or anything like that, but we are in biblical times. you know um I mean, when haven't we been? But if you believe in the Most High, YHWH, I do all day. If you don't, hey, I get it. Maybe this isn't your channel. But embracing what is, embracing the truth, embracing those facts, um, and trying to understand that the only way things will ever change is if we step into a new way of being, a new way of being true, pure with ourselves. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's all about, of course, our actions and how we move uh, through life. Uh, I feel that everything first starts with respect. Um, first and foremost. I mean, love is good and all, but that's a little overrated in a sense. Some people don't even know how to love themselves, let alone talk about, oh, I love, you know, everyone else. What is that? What is that really? Coming from a pure space. Okay. So a lot of people have a lot of work to do to really even get down to the core of what things really mean. Okay. So heavy energy, right? Everything is what it is. Energy is energy. It moves how it's supposed to. Raw and unfiltered. And that's the energy that I'm really picking up on too. It's just what it is. Whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to share it, say it, speak it. It's all good. You could be co-parenting right now. The spirit animal of the elephant. And that symbolizes profound wisdom, strength, patience, and an unwavering loyalty to family and community. Enjoy the moment. Yes, highly suggested. Enjoy your moments. For today is the only day that's promised. Tomorrow is not. Healthy or not, tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So enjoy life today for all that it's worth. Repent, go talk to God, pray. Ooh, about to start a natural fire here. I wanna rock with you all night, dance you into the sunlight, and something like that. With Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. As far as women, there's so many crazy stories I've seen in this place where we live, boy. All of the things and ways they can mask and this and that, and I know, place is crazy. But anyway, sorry if I finished with these little index cards so we can get to the meat and potatoes. Oh, I just said that. Yes, yeah. All right. All praises to his name, honey, honey. Self discipline is required for sure. For sure, self discipline is required because, in order to move different, you have to check yourself a lot of times because we're so used to doing what we want to do instead of what God really wants us to do, or however you want to look at that thing, or how He wants us to move. Is the last pile of this here index card. Just a second here. Some faulty machinery. You've been dealing with it, trying to get some things to work. I have a copy to take them to the shop. Major growth. The name of the program that I'm listening to is called Awakenings. Okay, and there's a mass amount of those that are happening here on this plane every day. More and more and more and more and more people are starting to see, understand, put puzzle pieces together, and be completely enlightened. So here you have here James chapter 3, verse 18. It says, and the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. Okay, so yeah, what are you about? Who are you here as? Who do you work for? All of that, what are you about? So here we have it. Let's get this reading started. You have here H2O, alkaline water. Being more cautious about what you put into your body. Okay, something is too good to be true. You're very talented. Don't let it go to waste because everything needs energy and all is needed. Completely changed for the better. You're very productive. You could be getting ready to go on a cruise, or you just came back from a cruise, or all that information about that little virus, the cruise, you're hearing a lot about it, or something like that. Wait for it. Do you still care? Someone's asking someone. It's a lesson learned. You're skeptical about some things, incredulous. Party under the moonlight. We'll have our second full moon in a couple of weeks. I'm telling you, there's a lot going on planetarily speaking, and all of it affects how we operate and move. Okay, family is everything. Like that sun giving off all those flares, bursts of energy beyond, not just it messing with and disrupting things. I mean, could disrupt people's energy also, or give you a good burst of energy. It just really depends on you know I guess you and how the sun, how you receive it. I don't know how to really break that down, but however the case, pack lightly, and enjoy. Okay, very intense emotions. Feel free to be you, 100%. Okay, unaware of some things. That's all right. You find out when you need to know. Going back to school. That's cool too. Getting educated, certain areas and courses that intrigue you or something like that. Spring cleaning year round. Excuse me. You're a model or one in the making. Five guys you like to eat. The five guys or work there or used to work there. Somebody wants to work with you. I don't see anyone else but you. Okay. Yeah, the spirit animal raccoon, and it says transformation, adaptability, and shedding. Mask, mask to reveal shedding mask to reveal one's authentic self. Right. To come across a little bit more pure, to embrace a better way of being. Stop wearing these, fake personas and characters and all of that nonsense. Be you, learn you. I don't know, dig deeper because you're a whole W out here. Okay, so be getting major insight about some things, maybe now unrecognizable to some. You got a 2 drink limit. You don't go over that. You don't be out here all crazy wasted and acting retarded. Earth people could be significant to you, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. You travel for work. Family is everything. 2 times. Wow. Family is everything. Who is your family? Who are the members that are important to you? Sometimes it's not even the ones that are in your family. If you, uh, I can't quote it exactly, don't know the Bible verse, not well script like that, because I just throw off the verses to you. But in the Bible, it even says sometimes, right, you have like, the soul tribes and things like that in the spiritual community, how they're referenced and talked about. It even says in the Bible, like sometimes not your family is your true family, like they, you know how that goes, you have people in your family that just don't understand you, that you don't understand them, you don't, you're on this path, they're on that path, it's just what it is. um and sometimes you'll come across others on your path and be able to link up with those people and consider them more family than the ones that are. So however the case, excuse me. Here we have it. No such thing as a coincidence. You were born between 1991 and 2000. You have Beauty and the Beast energy here. Cleaning service worker. You could be a night owl. The sun rises each day, so live it or live in it. That's what it says. Single and ready to mingle. Low vibrations, lower class individual, like type around. It can't be around energy like that. We have here a Leo, fire sign, not getting enough rest because you're a night owl and up looking for information all the time. Don't give them your energy. The best is yet to come. Learn from one another. Yes. Royal DNA, bloodline. Responsibilities. We all have them. Have high expectations. They're beyond upset about it. Oh well, don't be mad. Meet up locally. Intimate evening together. Dermatologist. Uh, Baby, if you want me, you got to show me love. Robin. Yes. God is good all of the time. Amen to that. Get serious about that business. Something has been postponed or prolonged. Everything happens for reasons. Don't worry. Moviegoer, your sister, significant here. Something's a bunch of BS. Unforeseeable. That's life. Loving individual. Repent and ask for forgiveness from your old ways and your old or your sins. And believe that there is a power that is running this whole thing, okay? And stay dedicated. You shock people with your talent. You are very talented. And it's meant to be shared, okay? Overly concerned with your life. You're into your arts and your crafts, perfecting them. Trying to keep your composure. Staying patient, because energies are a little unbalanced too with information that is coming out and a little, they're beyond upset about it. Stay calm, you know, and always have facts. Speak with peace, and it is what it is. There's no need to get mad at facts. If they're facts, they're facts. There you have a color red, foundational, by leaps and bounds. You're moving. Married but feel single. That's terrible. And that part needs to be redone. It's too light. Can't see anything. Works in retail. And here, ooh, last card and last chance. So let's uh, okay. Let's get us a couple of these cards. And then we get started here. Thank you for being patient. Yeah, adaptability. And it talked about the snow, the first snow, being so clear about what it is, here that's taking place. This is it's a wonderful time to be alive, actually, to see things unfold. Sort of like a real movie. Heaven's movie. Okay. There you have it. So, and we're all moving along how we're supposed to. Each person plays their role. We're all different for a reason. All family too, in one way or another, whichever way you look at it, um, it's the truth. But it is what it is. And so it's like, wow, that's a cold reality, when you look at it from that space. Oh, this card just won't stop, but it's apparent that energy is everything. And this mask here that this wolf wears, it's starting to slip. Okay. And not starting. It's not starting, but maybe for some, maybe some, it is. Yeah, I know it's a mask. I know about it. But for some, you're just finding out you were unaware. Okay. So here you have the number 13, okay, and the word perfection. Um, there is nothing that is perfect here, okay? Walking, okay? No one's perfect. We can all lead our lives to try to become better or more Christ-like or something like that. And here the word passion, energy is everything. What are you passionate about? Hmm, I believe this may reflect as the six of, I'm imagining six of cups. Um, but I don't know, that doesn't really scream passion to me either. With the six of cups, it's more of a reconciliation or when you were younger, or maybe, the things that we gravitate towards, or the time in our lives when things were more, uh, I don't know, fun or some that's things that we hold on to, like we come from our youthful space, the things that we're passionate about, something like that. I don't know. But however the case, I'm just gonna go off of the word itself, okay? So in this setting with embracing purity, healing chaos, in order to get to a place of healing the chaos, we have to be more pure. More pure is being more like Christ. Okay, he was perfect because he was an extension of God himself. Okay. So change in reverse. The wheel of fortune in reverse. Things will never change if we don't strive to be more like Christ or have this passion, or this wheel of fortune hasn't moved just yet. The ball hasn't, or the wheel hasn't taken off. It's just standing here for, you know, stuck in its space right now. And then at the bottom, right, it's just the, everyone's gaining all these different perspectives here, just hanging around upside down with the hangman energy. Um, so maybe it takes a certain amount of, beings to be awakened for things to change, right? Not too sure. Um, but however, let's get it. All right, here we go. First step. Trying to shuffle them without getting all this messed up. Let me do it on my. Five of Swords at the bottom. A lot of anxiety, a lot of stressful like type situations, conversations there with the sword going up. Okay. This tension. Six of Wands in reverse. Maybe because, people were trying to come across as they were perfect or something like that, And now, the Six of Wands, a lot of people are seeing that that's not the way that it should have been or something like that. They're like being dethroned, or they don't sit the same, or their image isn't seen the same as perfection. Nine of Wands, but still determined to come across this way. And or from the perspective of us being more Christ-like or moving towards a space of being perfected. It's not about who sees you doing it. Just stay determined in your path, okay? It's not about being seen. It's about doing your inner work. It's about being true to yourself. It's about, you know, um, Yeah, you, you being who you need to be, and that energy will move through the collective whole as it's supposed to. And with all the passion here that we take on, or yeah, just the drive of it, no matter how much stress it causes or the stressful conversations, no matter of the people that disappoint you in your walk or your new way of expressing self or whatever it is here. It may cause a little bit of conflict here with this here change that's just not going anywhere, like even with their little dance there, it's like what's going on? It's not going anywhere, there's no need for competition, but or any of it, so what is this? Why are we, up against each other exactly? Where is this stemming from? And that's why there hasn't been any change, because it's stagnant, antiquated energy, and no one even knows what they're doing or why they're doing it. They're just doing it, or they, just behaving a certain way or whatever. And that's why there hasn't been any change. So here with the magician card, throughout all of the conflict and trials that are up against you as an individual and us as a collective, all here on this planet, and how things have been unfair in so many different areas and spaces, and towards different groups of people. Um, you are talented, okay? You hold power. You know, power doesn't have to be, what people are looking for, fire coming out of your hands and stuff like that. No, just your energy is powerful itself, right? You have a way of moving and shifting energies. Okay. So whatever you're good at, it could possibly help someone else understand something, Maybe you're going back to school to teach. Maybe you feel that the way that you teach can help balance out what has been taught previously but incorrectly or something like that, you know. So I'm not too sure, and it's a lot of work that is ahead of us, but don't overwhelm yourself. Everything is only within the day that we have. So with everything that we encounter, just be you. Simple. All right. Just be you. The evolved, better version of you with everything that you do. Okay. Yeah. Just be you. Love, love hard, give it your all, this passion. Don't don't give up. Don't forget why you're doing it. Okay. So it's interesting as the six comes out here with the lovers, and this was the six also. So maybe maybe, just maybe, but I see here with these cards, they use the Roman numerals. So the lover is Arcana, so it would have been a V and a one. And it's not that, it's just the number six. But here they have it as the actual number six. But whatever. You take it and feel that energy however you felt it or feel it. So here this lover's card now coming out. Um I'm imagining that it is someone like, someone that you're with. Um that's very important to you, but for some awkward reason, they're not they're not like really as passionate about this movement or something like that. And not necessarily a movement, but just like a deep understanding, like wanting to know more, like they're not really moved by it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they could care less, just like the people that uh say that um I say Yahweh Shai. Some people say Yeshua. Say that, oh, who cares, what color he is? And it's like, huh? Real people that read the book, real people that have a deep understanding of a lot of different things that have learned and read and are passionate about these things. They take that stuff very seriously, So it's like, yeah, you guys you're together, but you know, you're not even like aligned there. And I don't know, that's the stressfulness, that's your energy, that's annoying too and disappointing to you. And Eight of Swords, whether if it's on a personal level, it's been bothering you. You've been deep in your thought space about how you can um, get this person to get out of that blindfolded energy that they're in and open their eyes. Okay. Eight of Cups. You don't want to walk away, but I don't know, maybe you're feeling that deep. Yeah, you just want to leave because they really are not aware. They're unaware. And you are just out here healed and you understand so much, but that bothers you for sure. Here with the Knight of Cups, you want to offer, you want to continue to be there and offer your love, um but I guess it's kind of difficult when people don't acknowledge, you want to give this, like, you're very passionate about it, you love, so your way of giving this love is to give knowledge. Queen of Pentacles, you're very fruitful, you are on the right side of things. You love God and you love people to, for what it's worth, of course, you're a very respectful person and you just want people to see or understand or know more, so things can be more balanced. And like I said, your world, your space, um, or just overall. Okay. So, you're a very grounded person here. So, guys, I appreciate you for being here with me. Come back and rock it here with me anytime here on Ophiuchus and Me. I appreciate you guys so very much. Come back and rock it here with me anytime. And if you're still here with me right now, love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. And thank you. And of course, only if you like, I appreciate it. Okay. So here we go. In the background, I saw all the energies collectively. Yes, it's a lot. It is a lot. Vibrations high. Yes. Keep them high, guys. I know it's a lot to deal with, but keep your vibrations high. Stay positive. Stay prayed up. Deepen your relationship with the Most High because He is real. All right. The chariot. Yes. The chariot. Energy's moving. Chariots in the skies. If you know, you know. Hiding in the clouds. They're observing what we're down here doing. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But anyway, so and there he is. Never misses a beat. He always has to be somewhere around, poking his head around and so on and so forth, trying to see if he can manipulate some scenarios and disrupt or put you back to sleep or whatever. Okay. But yeah, whatever. We're not going that way. So here with the four cups, you could be very irritated and bored with the energy that's going on around you with the people that are not, like I said, in that same flow, not syncing up with the information that is out there. You, my dear, your high priestess here, you understand on another level. Your intuition moves you. Um, you know what you're supposed to know. And that's why things move differently for you. And you want that for others also, but you can't live their lives for them. You can take them to the water, all right? But you can't make them drink it, okay? That was the first card, alkaline water. You could take them to what is pure, but that doesn't mean that's what they're going to want. That's not their passion, may not align with your passions. And that's fine. It is, but it isn't to you. When all you want is the happy family, the family to be aligned and one accord and doing all the great things together and just being happy. And you're like, how am I going to get to that if we're not equally yoked? You thought you were. And you possibly still could be. It just, maybe it's going to take a little bit of time. But you're the star here and you're healed. And, depending on how much you love this person that you're with or whomever it is in your family or whatever, you know, how many more times are you going to try to tug on their coattail and get them to see something? Not too sure. Maybe you'll find a perfect video and say, "Can you just watch it?" I don't know how much energy or patience you have, but don't don't stress yourself out trying to change anyone. Um, that just means that God didn't tap on their shoulder; He tapped on yours. And you're trying to be a worker of His and consistently to do the work to help others come out of that sleep or the fog or whatever. But it, everything is written how it's written. Unfortunately, sometimes it's going to be your own family members that just don't really get it, and they will live a certain type of life because they never really got it, you know. So long as you stay aligned, that's all that matters. Yeah, you can see the vision so clear. You're like, come on, if we just all do it this way, it would just, if it were that easy, right? But however the case, guys, all is well. Let's get to this last step. Let's see what we get. So here we have it, last day. And it's not always that, just because they don't see something that they're bad people or nothing, nothing like that at all. It's just that there's layers to this. And some people either can't handle all the information, um, or it's not taught well, and so there's so much out there for the sake of trying to deceive constantly. It can all get messed up, and that is frustrating trying to decipher and detangle all of the nonsense. You have to have a lot of time also to dedicate to finding the truths and things. And that's why they keep us busy here with craziness, with work, with this, with that, you know, so you don't find the truth. So that will just keeps on going in the favor of people that put themselves on a pedestal as if they were perfect. And that's why things have come to a halt because we're all people, right? At least I think we are. But anyway, however the case, let's see what this last next. The world. Yeah, we're coming up to a completion, for sure. Things are changing, and the whole world is involved. Okay, and that Turtle Island here in the Americas is part of a very big part of the storyline. Okay, so you have here first card, Page of Swords. It talks about learning, you know, even if you have to go back into the beginning stages of to learn some things. That's good. That's dedication. So here you have here the 10 of Wands because the the energy of the world and things that are going on in the world, the energy is burdensome, to many. And the word there underneath that is mockery. So, you know, Who, like Christ, was made fun of? So, this storyline is very deep. I'm not gonna, just blatantly and just boldly just speak my mind how I feel all the time, verbatim, word for word. I leave some of that for you to think about, okay? But here you have the Three of Cups, okay? So the three energy, I automatically thought about the father, the mother, and the son, okay? Family is everything, okay? Three people, three energies, you know. Um, so take the time to learn about the burden that has been caused around the world. Who was mocked? Why were they mocked? And how does the energy of the mother, the father, and the son play into all of this? All of a sudden, everyone's talking about God and Jesus and all of this stuff because they know that judgment is near. It's no mistake about anything, guys. There is no coincidence to anything. No such thing as a coincidence. Everything happened for a reason, right? I believe so. So here you have the magician again. And like they mocked Yahushai. He was the greatest magician of all times. Just period. And then here you have in reverse. Is that, hold on. The high priestess. Right. To here. In the upright, but here in reverse. So judgment's coming. Okay. And people could try to do all the magic they want to stop it. That's not going to work. Okay. And people are also not aware of the judgment that's already here and taking place and things that are happening. That's judgment. You know, God moves how he moves. People say in mysterious ways or, whatever, however, but he moves things around, moves and shakes up things when you least expect it. All of that. Yeah. The tower. He would come and bring the tower. God is a God of love, but he's also a God of war. And people don't want to acknowledge that. Okay. So, why is he that way? What has been done? Take the time to read and learn, and you'll know more about why, if that's your question. But if not, I still appreciate you for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye bye.